everyone. We're here again in the offices of Old English Crackers, and in a separate video I instructed you guys on a technique for making crackers using solid core centers. And we got up to the stage where we had a finished cracker, and today what I'd like to do is give you some ideas on how to further decorate or embellish those crackers for Christmas and other occasions. So that's what we're up to today, and we'll get started. Okay, so in the previous video we ended up with a finished cracker, and I believe this is the cracker we ended up with. And from here I'm going to give you some ideas on how you might further decorate crackers. And in general, what you have is three areas you can decorate on a cracker. You can decorate the central part of the cracker, the gathers of the cracker, or the end pieces of the cracker. And I'm going to start with the center of the cracker, because that's where a lot of the decorating is done. And one of the most common things to do is to start with like a plain foil cracker and decorate the center with a different colored strip of paper. And I've prepared one of these here for you to look at. This is a silver cracker, and what I've taken is a strip of a different paper, a striped paper in Christmas colors, and I've glued it to the center of the cracker. And so when you roll that up, what you get is something that looks like this. And so it's just a different way to add color and a different pattern to the cracker. What you can also do with the center part of the cracker is you can add a sticker or a label to it. And sticker can be anything. It can be holiday oriented, event oriented. It could even be a name. And what I've got here is I've just written out a name on a plain old 2x3" label, and what you do is you just add this to the center of the cracker. You might want to get a little more decorative than me, but that's basically the idea. Some other types of things you can do. You can add a sticker for an event or a holiday, like this one is for New Year's. Got a few others here, 4th of July, even an old world label for Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever it is. You can decorate the center of the cracker like that. The other thing you can do is you can add floral elements to the cracker. And we do a lot of this when we make wedding crackers here at Old English Crackers. So you can add decorative leaves such as this, decorative flowers such as these little roses or whatever you have. Add those to the cracker, and they can be glued on with a glue gun. You can even put them on with a glue stick, and all that works just fine. So that's basically what some ideas of things you can do with the center of the cracker. You probably can come up with some ideas of your own too. One thing I did leave out is you can also put little appliques on there, such as, again, holiday decorative items. Here's a star on this cracker. Here's a little Christmas tree that can be added to it. Or you can even take little wooden ornaments and, again, glue these using a glue gun onto the center of the cracker. Another main area for decorating the cracker is the actual gather of the cracker. And so instead of, one of the main things you can do is instead of just tying the cracker shut and with a piece of curling ribbon like we talked about earlier and clipping off the loose ribbon ends, is you can take the cracker, take a piece of curling ribbon, make it long enough so that you have enough to curl. And I don't know if I have enough here, but you can experiment with it. And then you guys all know this trick. You just take a pair of scissors, strip it out, sort of pull it together in the middle, and then you've got some curling ribbon at the gather of the cracker. So that's one of the easiest things to do. One of the other things you can do is you can actually take a bow. You can buy these bows in the store, or you can make them yourself out of almost any type of ribbon. These are the ones we use in the offices here for our wedding crackers and some of our Christmas crackers. We use a decorative ribbon and use curling ribbon to attach it to the cracker. So again, you just take this, tie it to the cracker, double knot, clip off the loose ribbon ends, and again, you get things that look like this. Here's another example. Here's another example, and you'll notice in these last two examples that we've also used a different decorative piece and glued it inside the center of the bow. So here we have a little piece of a little poinsettia, a little holly sprig that we've glued in there. In the other example I gave you, we used some of these little decorative roses to put in the center of the bow. One of the other things you can do, cracker, to add sort of just a little more elegant look, is to buy these decorative roses. And I haven't mentioned that a lot of these things can be purchased in just a craft store. If not there, a floral supply shop will have all these types of things. And you can, again, just cut these and just add them to the cracker. Just, again, gluing them on to the gather of the cracker. The last thing you can do with the cracker is to decorate the end pieces, and you might come up with some other ideas. About all we do with the end pieces here is to just, again, cut strips of different types of paper and glue it to the main piece of paper. And here again is an example where I've glued this end piece on the cracker. You take another one, glue it to the other end, and you can do that using, a spray mount or a glue stick. And then you just take the cracker and roll it up like we showed you in the previous video, and you end up with something that looks like this, which started out as a gold cracker and has both the center and the ends decorated with a different type of paper. The only thing that I've left out, and one thing that's important for weddings and events where you want people to know like where they're sitting at a place setting, is you can take a name tag, or this could even be a to from label for Christmas. Here's one that I just made at the shop here just recently. You can just take this, again, attach it to the cracker. You might want to leave a little bit of space if you want it to hang. You're left with a cracker that's identified by somebody's name, and there you have it. That's some ideas for decorating crackers. You guys, I'm sure, like I said, can probably come up with a lot of other ideas, but there is a lot of stuff you can do to go beyond just the standard cracker. So thanks for joining me again, and you guys have fun decorating your crackers.